Hey, Marcus Conte reporting. I got a little treat for you today. This is just a treat video. A treat video trying to give back a little what y'all have given to me. And I'll tell you a story about one of my favorite stories. One of my favorite stories of all time. I stumbled on this actually late in life. It was some girl, right? It's a girlfriend, right? I was dating this girl, and she worked at Barnes and Noble. And she worked in the children's department of Barnes and Noble, right? It's a book selling children's books. And she said, "You got to read this book. Have you ever read this book before?" And she showed me the book, and I said, "No, I never heard of it. I never saw it." Right? And she says, "This will blow you away." I said, "It's only a few pages, like 5 pages. You could read it in 3 minutes." I'm going to read it for you right now. Right? And it brought up such a deep emotion, right? What a great poem, right? I'm going to read it for you. So I'll do that for you. But what I need from you guys is this channel is becoming a bit of a burden. I mean, it's a labor of love. I love doing this, and I love giving back and riffing on the news and adding my intake, my input, my insight into the mix. But it's becoming financially impossible to do. So I mean, I'm on life support at this point. So I need everybody to help me subscribe to my other channel, Marcus Conte News, Marcus Conte 2. The link is right down below, and try to get that over 1,000 subscribers so that I can monetize and move myself over there and try to increase subscription and increase. These videos should be getting thousands of hits, and they only get a few hundred because I've been shadow banned and blocked, and I'm not Google searchable, and the videos aren't recommended. So it's time to start a new channel from scratch. No strikes, none of this music strikes and such. Right? I'm gonna still curse my ass off, but that's besides the point. I'm gonna still tell the truth, but I need you guys to help me out with that. Right? And kindly become a Patreon. Right? Patreon will make a one-time contribution to PayPal. That's how this works. I mean, there's no other way. I have no other source of income than doing this. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that for me. So let's take a look at this story again. When I first read it, it brought tears to my eyes, and it reminded me of my grandmother, my relationship with my grandmother. And I was the boy, and she was the tree. But it's also very reminiscent and revealing of human nature. I think the whole human dynamic is in this story, and who we are. So let's read "The Giving Tree" by Shel Silverstein. Let's see if I can get this to work. "The Giving Tree" by Shel Silverstein, originally published in 1964. Very good year. That was the year I was born. Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. And every day the boy would come, and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches and eat her apples. And they would play hide and seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree very much, and the tree was happy. But time went by, and the boy grew older, and the tree was often alone. Then one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches, and eat my apples and play in my shade, and be happy." "I'm too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money, and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered the apples and carried them away, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy and said, "Come, boy, climb on my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I'm too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife, I want children, and so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house, but you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I'm too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you will sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back. "I'm sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." "My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I'm too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. One second. "I'm sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I'm sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit down. I'm very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could, "well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. It's fucking powerful, right? It's such a powerful song. It's powerful. It's not even a song, powerful poem. It should be a song, man. So what does it remind you of? It brings you back to the human nature. Are we just takers? Is that all we do on this planet? That we take and then maybe we set ourselves up to be taken? And is that the joy of, I don't know, giving back to a child maybe, or are we all proverbial takers? Is the tree taking as well in her own right, taking away the attention of the boy for her own gain is another way to look at it. But I think of myself as, in that scenario, being the boy and visiting family and namely my grandmother, who was nothing but a giving soul and was often accused of giving more and spoiling her grandchildren, spoiling them to the point where they were spoiled and unable to cope, if you will. And I fundamentally disagree with that. I cope fine, right? But just to give, the giving nature of someone that you really loved, and like the boy loved the tree. But as time goes on, life pulls us away from that shit, right? And you start thinking about money. You start thinking about relationships, stuff, more things for yourself to fill the void, and it never makes us happy, right? It's to cherish the things early in life, right? That matter, those quintessential relationships that are, what I would do to sit in the, in the backyard right now with my grandmother, right, would be, something amazing, right, to do that. And it's just impossible. So it raises the question, what are we missing now, What are we missing now? What are we not seeing that's right in front of our face? What is giving us, and what are we taking without end? Just keep taking without giving it back. So thanks for letting me share that. That's my take on that story. So. And while you're still here, kindly subscribe. You have to do it. Subscribe so I can keep doing this work. Keep doing it.